Because an impression was created here at court by both your son, Constable Zungu, and Brigadier Kininda in their testimony throughout, that you are the source of the information relating to, or that they got the information relating to the complicity of accused number 1 and accused number 2, that is Sibia and Mnisi, in the death of SENZO, the deceased in this case.
Was that said by my son?
Yes, your son and Brigadier Kininda said.
But
that you are the one who gave your son information that accused number 1, Mnisi, Sibia, and accused number 2, Mnisi, are complicit in the killing of SENZO.
But when I call it Ulwazi,
but it's not correct.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, we leave it there, but that's not the evidence.
No, it's not the correct evidence.
Yes, well, the evidence that this witness said he heard from Mbekiseni.
That's it.
Mbekiseni, who heard from the brother of Mnisi. So it's like triple hearsay.
Triple hearsay. That's how I heard the evidence.
You know what? We're in this mess. Yes, I'm using the words of Julius Malema and the ad hoc committee. We are in this mess because of the late advocate Tulani Joshua Ngomezulu during a trial within a trial. And Absolom Zungu's statement was read into the record because the state is always telling us that it is not them who introduced Absolom Zungu. But you know what? In discovery, you see, advocate Joshua Ngomezulu, he was brilliant, okay? He was brilliant. In discovery, you gave them all the evidence that you have, all the statements and everything. And I believe Advocate Ngomezulu went through that pile with a fine-tooth comb. And then he found it. He found the needle in the haystack and he set up this moment of play. This is my belief. Let me know if you agree. He set up this moment of play where the state and the judge will both suddenly say, it's triple hearsay. What do you mean it's triple hearsay? Because we never once heard you say this when Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda was on the stand, adamant about this statement. I know, I saw your comments. You guys want me to find the clip. There's just way too much footage, okay? But I'm going to find it. We're going to do it during the holiday, okay? When they go on the long recess, we're going to do it together. And we're going to listen to Brigadier Kininda side by side and listen to Absolom Zungu. And then, us members of the public jury, yes, Bondaba, we're going to solve this case for my lord. But let's continue listening on.
That is very interesting, my lord. That the state is now all of a sudden saying that is triple hearsay. If it is triple hearsay, why did they allow Brigadier Kininda to proceed with that triple hearsay?
No, please. It's me saying that.
Oh, that's the court?
Yes.
Okay.
I listen to the evidence.
And what counsel is saying is not correct.
No, quite.
From the outset, we've always said this witness evidence is triple hearsay evidence, and we are not going to call the witness. I can refer to the relevant portion, my lord. Yes, starting on the proceedings of 18 October 2024, page 36, line 7. The state said, my lord, we just requested the reference to what was said by Absolom Zungu be left out of account. And the court said, you are saying the reference to what was said by? We said, then we responded at line 10, reference as to what would have been mentioned by Absolom Zungu be left out of account as he has not been called as a witness. Then there is also another portion.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant for this court.
Yes.
The fact that the state prefers not to call Mr. Zungu Sr. as a witness.
Yes, but
He's giving evidence in court now.
Yes, but counsel is saying we let Brigadier Gininda on that, and we just wish to correct counsel that is not borne by the record. Also, on 20 May 2025, line 10, we say the following: as the court pleases, the court will recall that at the inception of the evidence of Brigadier Gininda, we were at pains to avoid this hearsay evidence, that is now the evidence of Mr. Absolom Zungu. In fact, if I recall, the evidence of Brigadier Gininda was to the effect that he received a report from Mr. Absolom Zungu, because as court officials, we are aware that we may not lead hearsay evidence. And just towards the end of the page, we say the defense must therefore, my lord, we said there is a defense that introduced the evidence. And on page 11, we said the defense must lie on the bed that they've made since they've introduced the evidence. We said it cannot be retracted. It is on record, and that it must remain on record. And we said that the statement is already admitted, despite the fact that, as Advocate Mnisi pointed out, it's triple hearsay evidence. And we say that is why we did not call Mr. Zungu Sr. to testify, as his evidence, according to Exhibit U, amounts to triple hearsay evidence.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Zungu, I've got no further, what is it now? Examine chief, I've got no further question to you. Thank you.
Uyabonga ke ummeli Baba Zungu futhi ngasenayo imbuzo angakubuza yona.
Nganginika mina ithuba lokukhona engenelisekile ngakho.
My lord,
Kulokho kade kwenziwe njenge-statement.
may I be given an opportunity if there is something that the court is not satisfied about pertaining or no from the statements?
I'm just to listen to the evidence, but I can't tell you what to say, and how to say it, and when to say it.
Ithi inkantolo nje okwayo ukuthi ibe lana ke ilaleleke ufakazi obethulayo futhi ngeke judge kumele ukuthi uthula ufakazi bakho kanjani futhi ngasiphi isikhathi noma kumele usho ini futhi ungasho ini.
Bengikhalisa ukuthi la lesi statement sikaGininda ama-ke bengakangivumeli. Bengikhalisa ukuthi khona okuthile la khona abantu abasele la uGininda akhulume ngabo la enkantolo mayifakazi.
My lord, I would like to speak no comment about the statement that Mr. Gininda has brought before the court. Because on the statement, there are people whom he did not mention, and I do have I'm not satisfied with that. So here's a dissatisfaction.
Ikholoko bengifuna ukusho sengakusho.
That is what I wanted to inform the court. Can I elaborate further?
So you want to talk about people who Gininda did not mention?
Ngabe ufuna ukukhuluma ngabantu Gininda angakhulumile ngabo ngaphakathi kwestatement sakho.
Akakhulumile ngabo kodwa wakhuluma la enkantolo.
He did not make reference to the names of the people on the statement, though he made mention or reference of the names of the people here in court.
I thought Gininda is a liar, according to you,
But inkantolo ithi bicabanga
because you never told him anything.
We have watched Mnisi Wemfula cross-examine many a time. We've also, this is the second time we see him lead a witness with their evidence in chief. Mnisi Wemfula brought Absolom Zungu into the court, and in my humble opinion, I'm disappointed with how he ended his evidence in chief with Absolom Zungu. In fact, I believe he misled him. He told him at the end he's going to give him an opportunity to speak his heart out, and he did not. He literally just sat down after the my lord and Baloyi read into the record that this is triple hearsay. It is like he threw the towel and he threw the baby with the bath water out. He just left Absolom Zungu exposed, in my opinion, and that is not right. Because he left him exposed, unprotected, without fulfilling his promise to him. He didn't even say, you know what, at the end of all the cross-examinations, I'll come back and give you that moment. He did not. He just sat down randomly, suddenly. And now, well, Absolom Zungu is addressing the court. Where have you ever heard of that? He's addressing the court, and guess what my lord does? Takes full advantage of it and lets Absolom Zungu know, I thought you said Kininda is a liar. And there, ladies and gentlemen, my lord himself has also exposed himself. Let's continue listening on to the interaction, but I wanted to give that feedback with regards to how Mnisi Mvula ended his cross-examination. I have done many videos of Mnisi when he does his cross-examination. I've always celebrated, but this one, no, he dropped the ball. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's engage. Let me play the clips. I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Inkanto icabanga ukuthi uGininda ke umuntu uqambe amanga mayelana nolwazi lwakho ngoba wena akuna lutho owamtshela lona.
Yes, I understood you. Kininda just wrote what you never told him.
Ngoba ithi inkantolo uGininda wabhala yonke into ebhalile la kepha akakaze ayithole kuwe mathupha.
Ngiyavuma akazange ayithole kimi.
Yes, I do agree. I do admit that he did not get this information from me. However, baba
Engifuna singa lokho siyekudeni kangaka ukuthi ubuzwe ngilalele enkantolo babuzwa ngabameli ukuthi wawunobani ngesikhathi ufungisa uZungu.
My lord, I heard him when he was giving his testimony here in court, and then when the counsels on behalf of the defense, the counsel on behalf of the accused, when they asked him as to who was in the company of Mr. Kininda when Mr. Zungu was taking an oath.
Ngifuna labantu ngifuna manje ukubuka shoot angibaboni la kodwa la uGininda wafunga wathi wathi laba abantu ebenobani and efungisa mina.
My lord, I say this because of the following reasons. I don't see the names being mentioned on the statement. Although I heard him when he was giving his testimony here in court, making a reference of the names of the people whom he was with during the time he said that he was with me during the taking down of an oath.
I can assist you there. Your counsel, who called you as a witness, he can assist you. I can't.
Inkantolo ngeke kwazi ukukusiza ke kulolu daba ke kepha ke ummeli okubizile ukuthi uzothula ufakazi bakho ke uye kuphela ongakhona ukukusiza kuleyo mbiko lo noma kulolu daba lo.
Okunye nje bengisho njengalo ubhaliwe ukuthi la wayekhona khulunywa lokho ambhalile la kodwa akana signature akho lutho la sign khona phela wayekhona. Khona iphoyisa ngazi iphoyisa elibhalwe la ukuthi uGininda wayenalo ubhaliwe la.
My lord,
signature la yikho.
There is a police officer who is being mentioned here on this statement that Mr. Kininda, he was in a company of that police officer. However, I don't see a signature of such a police officer on this statement.
Yes, the court says it's only me that can assist you. That police officer that you're referring to, Kininda says, when you made this statement he was with is Mohane.
Lo phoyisa kokhuluma ngalo baba umnomzana Brigadier Kininda ngesikhathi athi beka nawe beka nephoyisa leli abathi ke uMohane sibongo sayo. Yes.
Hayi senza konye sidlule kunye ba sengichazile iphoyisa niyachaza nomkhala ngimazi kodwa amakuthiwa uthi wayenayo kukhona mina kukhona iphoyisa. Manje ke asilokhu zeka vese asiqhubekene angisho ukuthi ngiphikisa inkani ngalokho.
Let us just proceed. I'm not saying that I'm disputing, I'm against what the court has said. However, I don't even know that Mohane or Mohane. I've never saw that person.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Zungu. It has been noted that the document, irrespective of whoever introduced it, who introduced it is immaterial, but the content of the document that was introduced by whoever, you distancing it yourself from the content thereof, not so.
Uthumeli okay khona ke udaba lo statement ke phose statement uyasinqaba ukuthi ke we onolwazi ngalo futhi wena uthi akusona statement waphana ngaso futhi akuyona umuntu wasayina kusona uyayikhipha ke statement ngamanye amagama.
Hayi ngekhiphele mfuna ngikhiphele eqaleni bese ngithi ngicela ukuthi hayi
I did distance myself from the beginning. However, I would like us to proceed.
Yes.
Yeah, but bengicela ukuthi oba ngiqhubeke nengidedele ngiqhubeke nokunye ke bengisafisa ungazange ukukhulumeke.
My apologies, my lord. Khona okunye ongakhulumile manje ongafisa ukutshela inkantolo.
Yebo.
My lord, there is something that I did not get an opportunity to tell the court before, which I would like to inform the court about it now.
Before we proceed to that, you do not only distance yourself from the content of this document through what is contained in here, but also by virtue of the fact that you saying the signatures that are appearing in this document are not yours.
Uthumele ngaphandle kokuthi wena ke uyikhiphe kule statement lesi futhi nakunkulumo ebhaliwe kuso le statement. Futhi uyaphinda uyanqaba ukuthi umuntu osayindile kule statement akuwena umuntu osayinda kusela kule signature yakho.
Oh, ngiyakuzwa njengamanje bengicela ukuthi ngibeke ngoba bekade lokho engibeka ngithi bengibeka kube half khona ngabeka ngiyabona. Bengicela lokho ukuthi ngiqhubeke ngithi ukubeka okuyikhona okunye okukhulu kakhulu okungisuse ekhaya ngoba ngihambe ngilale emagarage nje. Na 4 weeks ngila bengifuna ukuthi ke ngikwazi ukubeka inkantolo kizo ukuthi ngikhala ngani.
My lord, as I am standing here before the court, I did not say all what I wanted to say before the court. I only made portions. However, I did not say things in fully. And I have 4 weeks since I have left at home, and I have been sleeping by the garage. And now that I'm here, I would like to tell the court the core reason as to why I am here, nor the core reason as to why I had to leave my homestead and come to the court.
Did you see the shock on accused number 3's face when Absolom Zungu said, the last 4 weeks I've been sleeping in my garage? I pause and ask you, if your father said a statement like this, how would you feel? All this is because of Constable Zungu and Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda, who have involved Absolom Zungu in this mess. In Julius Malema's words, he's just a simple old man. At least that's what I hear when he speaks. He just seems like a simple old man. He also seems like a charming old man. He also seems like somebody who is quite fun to be around and a storyteller. However, you can also hear that he is broken. And my lord does not acknowledge his first cry, which is, where's the policeman who was there with Kininda? My lord doesn't give him that recognition. So he says, it's okay. Let's let that one go. I don't want to argue with the court. See, he still remains a humble man. Remember, he doesn't hate Kininda. He doesn't hate his son. He says, let's just continue. This is heartbreaking. I'll catch you on the next video.